everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Sally, and if you've been looking for the best channel, you're in the right place. Today we have a guest with me, and she'll introduce herself, and please watch till the end. She has a very interesting story. I come from Tharakanithi County, and of course I am a Kenyan. Kindly tell us, give us your background, where you went to school.
Okay, I come from Tharakanithi County, as I said. Tharaka community to be specific. Tharakanithi County has the Mara people, Chuk and the Tharaka. I'm specifically a Tharaka woman and very proud to be from that community. I schooled in a primary school, public primary school called Ebru Primary School from 2004 to 2011. Yeah, that's when I finished my standard 8. I went to high school in Narumoru Girls. Narumoru Girls alumni. We're making good things out here. And then I went to the Technical University of Kenya, and I am currently working. I cannot say that my life journey has been easy. In fact, well, we cannot compare pains, but I think I have had one of the most painful life journeys because my mom divorced when I was in standard 2, and I had to be sent to live with my grandma, who at some point also refused, and they said, no, I cannot stay with her because your mom has moved to the town, and you remember those are the times when you're a divorcee, the society doesn't want you. So my mom also faced that rejection from the society, and she could not take good care of us, so she left the town, and I was left with my grandma. Life was hard, I'm telling you. At some point I became homeless, and even my brother, who is actually after me, our second born in the family, became a street child. I wish even until today he could be having the spirit and the courage that I usually have to face life. I think he could have been a better man, but right now I just pray that God changes him. Well, but I used to be a good performer, so I think for me it is education that has made me be where I am. Really, let's not lie to people that papers don't matter, especially in this country and this economy where we're saying there are no jobs, so even youths are discouraged to go to school. Please have that certificate, it's important. Sometime you will need it, even if not immediately after you leave school, you will need it at some point in your life. For me, education has come through for me. It has shown me ways. I have sat in places, I look at myself and I'm like, I'm from Tharakanithi County, I'm from Tharaka specifically, somewhere I lived in a slum. You know, every community, every town has a slum. And I even at the time when I was homeless, at some point lived in a slum called Kibera in Marimanti. And life was not easy. And I look at myself that I have come from that place to where I am today. I have got an experience with politics, I have done business, I have worked with the Kenyan government, I'm now working with an international company, and I'm looking back and saying, were it not for education, I wouldn't be where I am. And I want to encourage everyone, even if you have a child and you can go to the farm, you can do something, please give that child education. It is the only inheritance, it is the only big thing that you can give a child. Forget about the rest. Forget about good clothes, forget about good makeup, forget about all those other things. Just give them good education. And they will look back and say, indeed, you had an influence in their life. And that is, for me, I want to really recognize the people who stood with me. I have schooled, my support while schooling was from well-wishers. And I can't forget to mention these people in my life. They were not my parents, they were not my relatives, but they stood with me. And the only thing these well-wishers and these sponsors in my life did was to give me education. And I am feeling so empowered that I can even stand where there are people speaking English. Where I come from, if I speak this English, they feel like, no, you're working with an international company, you're speaking English, now you're even going to get married to a white person, to an American or something, because they can't even believe that this kind of English of such a woman can come from such a community. Yeah, so I can talk so much about my life journey because it inspires me every time I remember this story. And I usually feel like I am the hero of myself. I mean, I am my own hero. When you ask them, who is your hero? They tell you, my mom is my hero, my dad is my hero, but I feel I am my hero because I had to feel this urge of me also feeling that, whilst people are supporting me, but I want that urge also from within myself to go and also feel getting supported. Because they're also children from very humble backgrounds, from backgrounds that are struggling, that even if you support them, they have gotten so much trauma that they cannot overcome, and they still realize the money for the well-wishers is also getting to waste. So for me to be able to endure all that in life and get here, I feel I am my own hero. Like, yeah, it's so much that I can say, but let me just stop there.
Oh, that's so great.
Yeah.
Where do you want to be in the next 5 years?
In the next 5 years?
Yeah.
God willing, well, visions change, but as it stands as of now, I wish I to be the member of parliament for Tharaka constituency, because I need to stand and be the voice for these people in parliament. I mean, I have been with these people from since I grew up. I know the challenges they are facing. I know the challenges those young children in that environment are facing. And unless we have someone who really understands these, we cannot help them. So I need to be the voice of those people and fight for those children, fight for those women, fight for those old men, fight for my people of my community, because I want to see them having a dignified life. I identify myself as a community girl. I mean, if you ask me who I am or who I want to be, in fact, if I can say it with mother tongue, I want to be called Mwari wa Tharaka. I mean, meaning it's a lady, it's a woman of Tharaka community, because I have the interest of them at my heart so much. Wow. I hope that dream comes true. I am really working so hard and praying God that He leads me to attaining that dream.
I'm sure you'll achieve all your dreams.
I hope so.
Yeah,
I pray God it's going to happen.
You have great visions.
Thank you.
And last question to you. What's the worst thing that has ever happened to you?
The worst thing that ever happened to me in my life, I believe, it's rejection. I got rejection at a very young age, even from my dad during that time of divorce. You know, sometimes men can be irresponsible. Some men, actually, not all of them. And I think as a way of trying to deny his responsibility, when I was around 5 years, he went to court during that period of divorce with my mom. And he said that I am not his daughter. And I was there also in court, because at some point, even imagine, very young, I had to also go to court to be a witness, to say how I could see my mom and dad fighting. Imagine I witnessed family feuds and all that, the violence and all that. But I faced rejection from the man that I felt could be the first love of my life. So this thing, before I overcame it, it had really affected me, traumatized me, because you realize if you go somewhere, maybe it was in an interview and these people say no, you feel like it is the same spirit of rejection that is following you. And I could stay with friends and they tell me, you need to pray and break these generational curse. You need to pray and get rid of these words that your father said against. They are following you. So even if you go and become friends with someone and at some point it falls apart, you feel like they have rejected you. So for me, rejection is the worst thing that I've ever faced, and I would not wish someone to go through it. But even if you're going through any kind of trauma, rejection or what, you can overcome it. You have to accept who you are. It's your God who created you. He has blessed you. You are complete the way you are. You are competent the way you are. Just believe in yourself. Really, the words that other people say about you don't matter unless you accept them and you start working towards being that thing that they called you. But even if they say you're ugly, they say you're beautiful. They say you are a weak person, you're strong. You can do things. Get up, go and get things done. Yeah, so for me, I'm not a rejected child. I am, in fact, right now, at this point of my life, I'm getting invites and acceptance from people. I am sitting down, Salome, and asking myself, is this me really, or someone else? Yeah.
And you're going far, I'm sure. You're going far.
I hope so.
And thank you so much, Eve. Maybe you just give an advice to youths out here, that also those who are going through a lot, just the way you have told us your story, just advise them and give them hope. Yeah.
My fellow youths, and not only youths, even the adults, even the old and, well, everybody. It's not easy. Well, even if you hear me telling my story, I'm saying that I overcame that. It's not easy, but you have to do it. Do it afraid, do it shaking, do it crying, but do it. So be consistent, choose what you want to do in life, choose and define yourself who you want to be in life, and work consistently, and don't listen to any other voice that is trying to distract you. Walk towards your mission and be consistent. Do it again and again and again and again. You will finally shine. Yeah, and keep on always meditating and telling yourself, I love myself, I can do this, I can do this. Be consistent. That way we will notice you. You will not notice me when I do the first thing, the first day, but I will do it again. Someone else will notice, they will refer me, will create networks. That consistency will help you. Don't drop out of school because of lack fees. Please continue going to those classes. Let that lecturer come and pull you out and tell you go out. Yeah. And if he tells you go out, please tell him no, or her, no, I am staying. Let's see whether they fight. Of course they will not. Yeah. Yes, please go to school, get education. Everything you do, be consistent. And you will finally get blessed. And treat people well. Please, please invest in your social capital. Nowadays we used to say damu nzito kuliko maji. Yeah. Who measured water in land? I don't know really. But for me, the people have come through for me. It's not blood, people. Family is no longer blood. So invest in your social capital. Invest in the right people in your life. Be around people who are willing to grow you, who are willing to empower you, who are willing to hold your hand and also introduce you to new opportunities. And also be a person who also can be able to, what is it called? If you're given, you also give. Yeah. So be in that cycle. Yeah. Don't always be at the receiving end. Yeah. Yes. Be consistent. Have good social capital and get education. Get education, guys. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ebru. Thank you so much, guys. Please, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, like, and comment. Till next time.